Welcome back. So how's your list coming along? So what we wanted to do in this lesson is do some final tweaks and adjustments to the code. We have a default list that we start with. We're able to delete items. We're able to edit items as well into the list. And you see that it kind of goes back and forth. So we've got some styling updates that we should make. So let's go into our editor and select our TD. And let's select the first child element. So that's going to be that main one where we've got the content, setting up a width for that. Let's do a really wide width and overflow. We can do an overflow hidden so that we don't have anything hovering over that particular element. So now it works a lot neater whenever we do the edit. So we're not doing that moving of those buttons, and we can delete it. We can add items to the list. And also want to move the add items underneath our list, so which is relatively easy to do with our JavaScript. So now we can add items here right at the bottom within the list. Another thing that I wanted to do whenever we're adding the items, I'm going to rebuild this, restructure it a little bit. Whenever we're adding items, I want to clear out that value that's contained within new item. So take our new item and we're just going to set the value to be blank so that we can't constantly do test, add. So if we don't have anything in there, you see it doesn't add it into the list. So again, edit them all on the fly whenever we want to make those edits and updates. And this is all being tracked. So this is all actually in sync. It's all actually in sync with what the contents of the my list are behind the scenes, as well as what we've got in the foreground. So what we've got in the visible area. We can also remove out some of these console messages because we don't need them anymore, as we've got all of the functionality that we set out to include in our application. So simply removing those out just cleans up the code a bit, and especially if we don't need them, there's no point for them outputting into our console. So now that we've gone through and your application should be working the same way as this one is, also make any adjustments and tweaks as needed to make sure that you've got the same functionality. And you can also introduce other functionality, and whenever you make any updates to the list, don't forget to make sure that you output that build. So coming up next, we'll do a final code review of our list making application. So it's coming up next.